Machado, you don't strike me as the emotional guy, the sentimental guy, but UFC main event, big deal for you?
I mean, it is what it is, dude. It's just, I don't fucking know, dude. It's just a way like people try to make it feel special when it's just another day, just another fight. It's gonna be special if I win. If I get knocked out, I'm gonna look back like fuck, this sucked.
What about the build-up? Obviously the main event means like more media, more obligations. Are you learning to enjoy this at all, or is it still like the least favorite thing for you to do?
It's not, dude. It's just fake. It's just fake. Like no one gives a fuck about you. You're only special when you're winning. The moment you lose, if I lose, I'm gonna wake up Sunday. You guys aren't gonna give a fuck about me. You guys don't give a fuck. So you just shouldn't take it too serious.
I think you're making some assumptions there. Maybe we really care about you.
Well, I mean, okay, I will say, like, there's some people in the MMA world that are like, I have some fans who they message me, they're about it. But as far as like any amount of fame, you shouldn't hold on to it. We're all just fucking hairless monkeys going through the world. We shouldn't take ourselves too serious.
Fair point. Well, talk about this win streak that you're on, man. Obviously, you've looked fantastic during this run. Are you regretting at all that you didn't move to middleweight earlier in your career, or is it something different than just that weight move?
Yeah, it's something different, man. I mean, even if I was at welterweight, I trained with a lot of welterweights. I think that I would be highly successful. I think I'd be in the same spot if I was a welterweight. If anything, it would probably be easier to be fighting smaller guys. Mostly, like, the success is coming from a lot of mental work. Just, it's kind of funny, but accepting failure has helped me the most.
Interesting. Is it part of that attitude that you just mentioned, like not taking yourself too seriously and just...
Yeah, no, 100%. When you have something that you hold on to so tight you don't want it to lose, you start kind of being a pussy to prolong it. You start like you stop wanting to take risk because you're just so worried about losing it. And then as a middleweight going out the accident, it's been a lot easier just not to care. Yeah.
What is like kind of your focus then right now? I mean, do you think like I'm chasing a belt, I'm going after this glory, or is it not even really about like achievements or reaching certain levels?
It's kind of funny, man. Like, I was sparring some guy. He's like, "Hey, why are you sparring me? I'm nothing like Uriah." I'm like, "I just like to fight. Like, I don't even like this training camp. I'm not even training for Uriah. I'm just being me, and I just happen to be fighting."
Like, have you tried to get anybody that can replicate what he does, or is that not really part of your approach?
I trained a lot with Raymond Daniels for many years, so I mean, I've been seeing it a lot, but. The thing with Uriah, man, it's hard to replicate that. He's such a specialist where it's very difficult to find guys who can do that well. But I mean, at the end of the day, just keep your fucking hands up.
I was going to say, so with that said, is it not really about reacting to what he does and making sure you do what you do?
Yeah, it's one of those things you shouldn't worry too much. Like if someone's a great wrestler, you shouldn't even worry about his wrestling. You should just go in there and fucking fight. If he takes you down and beats you up, it is what it is. Go back to the drawing board the next day.
Yeah. You talk about sparring. You're getting this reputation in the community as the hard-headed, tough guy in the gym. What do you think about that reputation? Do you enjoy it, or do you think it's wrong?
I like to spar. I always use sparring as therapy sessions. That's all fighting is. It's just one big therapy session for me. I don't even look at it like a job. People think, "Oh yeah, what do you think about fighting?" Like to me, it's mental health.
So is that like where you work out all your problems?
Oh, 100%. I always feel bad, dude. I'll have a bad day and I'll walk in the gym and my guy's like, "I'm feeling a little homicidal, suicidal today. I'm gonna apologize in advance. There's something fucking if I get a little carried away, forgive me. I'm working through some shit right now."
And when you say that, do you find that there's people who are like, "Sean, we're not gonna go today. I'll be on the other side of the gym"?
Yeah, no, I definitely get ducked a lot, but I mean, at the end of the day, I make you better. It's one of those things like if you want to be good, you spar with me. If you just want to be mediocre and I'm gonna save it for the fight, and then go beat up amateurs.
I know you said like the fame and the notoriety and stuff is fleeting, but you win here, UFC main event, over a notable guy. I mean, do you think about what comes next in terms of rankings, matchups, any of that?
No, I mean, the cool thing about Uriah, dude, he's like a gatekeeper. And I don't want to undersell Uriah to say gatekeeper, but he's a damn good gatekeeper. He's a guy you beat, and it propels you into one or two shots away from a title shot. It's kind of a very interesting thing to think that it's within your grasp.
Does that change your approach to anything? Or like you said, you just like to go out there and fight. But when you think like there's these potential big paydays or these potential, does that change things?
Let me tell you why I fight. I fight to make enough money to move on a mountain and vacate society. And if having a fucking piece of metal painted gold around my waist helps me do that, then let's fucking go.
I love it. Well, I guess last thing for me, what type of fight do you think we see here, man? I mean, obviously, Uriah's a little bit spectacular sometimes. I mean, do you see a spectacular fight, or do you go out there and dominate? What do we see here?
I just spoke to Bisbing, and I was saying that the way he fought Anderson Silva is kind of the way I have to fight Uriah. It has to be ugly, dirty. I'm going to get hit. It's probably going to hurt. You're going to see me get rocked a couple times, but that's how you have to beat Uriah. It just is what it is.
You mentioned you get this reputation as the hard sparrer, but I'm curious, out of all the people you sparred, who's given you the hardest time? Has there been a moment in sparring when you're like, God, this guy's going too hard, even for me?
Ankalaev, the 205er, guy's a fucking savage. He's a guy that truly frustrates me. That I'm sparring him, like I find myself getting angry. I can't fucking hit you. I can't take you down. Like he's probably one of the best. He's probably my toughest ever rounds, Ankalaev.
Yeah. I saw earlier this week something you sparred with Hamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, Hamzat, he's good, man. He's good. He's very similar to me with work ethic. When he's in the gym, he doesn't stop. He doesn't slow down. He's one of those guys that the second round comes, you guys are both scrambling. You're just like, fuck, man. Like, why aren't you slowing down? But, I'm sure he's thinking the same thing about me. You're just like, third round comes like, fuck, all right, this is the round he's going to slow down. He's not slowing down. And you're just like, all right, well, I guess this is my life now. We're just going to have to accept this level of suck.
Going back to Uriah, there's always this idea that like a fight against him is depending which version of him shows up, right?
Yeah.
Do you anticipate that you'll be able to tell early on in the first round, like, oh, the tough Uriah showed up, or maybe it's an easier night than I anticipated?
With Uriah, I think because we've trained a lot, I'm going to get him at his best, and that's what I want. I don't want Uriah to come out as the fucking head case. I want him at his best, and then I don't want if I win or if I lose, or if I win, I don't want to go back and be like, well, hey, I beat Uriah because it's a fucking head case. Like, that's a shitty way to win.
Mentioned just but training with him, he's actually got a reputation as a tough sparrer sometimes.
Uriah's kind of a cunt, man. Again, I like Uriah, so I say that. But, like, here's the difference between me and Uriah. I'll spar you and say, listen, man, I got a fight coming up. You're probably going to bleed. I'm going to try to fuck you up. I'm going to try to hurt you. I'm going to try to take your soul from you. And guys are usually like, well, thanks for telling me. Uriah is the kind of guy that says, hey, best friend, like, let's go watch anime after this. Like, we're really good fucking friends. Next thing you know, spinning back fucking heel kick to the face. So, I mean, me and him are a little different. I'm honest with my intentions. Uriah is like the hidden psychopath, where it's like me, like, I'll tell you, like, I like to hurt you. I like to fucking hurt you. Uriah is the kind of guy that will fucking knock you out and be like, oh, you okay? And then go beat his fucking dick off to it before bed, Yeah.
I think you're like one of maybe 3 people in this entire organization who says the word cunt.
Yeah. I picked that from the English, man, or the Australians. I love it. Cunt. My favorite word.
This is our first interview of the day. This is great.
Was there a specific reason why you decided to drop to middleweight? Drop to welterweight after starting your career at middleweight?
It's like this weird thing with fighters. Bad advice, but you think in life sometimes you think the more you sacrifice and the more you suffer, you'll get back. But I just seen like a post of somebody saying, like, if that were true, day laborers would be the richest in the world. It's not really true, man. Like, you don't got to kill yourself to be successful. You don't. A lot of it's your mind. A lot of it's luck. A lot of it's time and place. But a lot of it is just being a coward, just trying to give up more to get more, give up more to get more, which is usually not how it works.
You said that people wouldn't care about you if you lost, but have you felt more fans gravitating towards you with your personality? You have a personality and you're funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel it?
Well, I like the fans that just like fighting, Like, there's a lot of, like, bandwagon guys, and, like, I'm not for you, man. Like, I'm not, like, if you just want to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, I like that guy, like. But if you really like MMA and you like fighting, you don't give a fuck if guys win or lose, and you're just here to fucking scrap, like, then I like you. But if you're just, there's just like any other fucking fan in the sport, Too many guys are just like, oh, I like him because he's winning, Like, some of my favorite fighters are guys that fucking, they're not champions. They never were champions.
So you were originally supposed to fight on UFC 265 in front of fans, and you haven't fought in front of fans since your return. I mean, did that bug you, or is the main event? I mean, you got your main event.
I mean, no, I don't care. I didn't care. Fans or no fans, I actually kind of quiet. I like it quiet. You could actually hear punches land. You hear corners. It's nice. It's more of like an intimate setting of violence. You know, it's more enjoyable.
Two more for me. Did you expect that video to go viral of you in Orlando?
Oh, fucking Orlando. Let me start off with saying that I like Orlando. He's a good guy. But nah, man, it's just like, here's the thing, dude. I'm an asshole and I'm a cunt. And like, I'll be the first one to admit it, dude. And so whenever he did that, and like, did I deserve it? Probably. I was probably running my fucking mouth. But still, it's something you don't do in training. It's something that I wasn't even thinking. And my reaction was 100% justified. But I was a dick, you were a dick, and then, you know, at this point, if you want to continue, I just hope you know how to fight.
And, I mean, you made a very, very good comparison between fighters and prostitutes.
Oh, 100%.
Can you kind of expand on that?
I'm telling you, man, if I made as much money as doing this, to be a prostitute, I might fucking look into prostitution. But it's just, fighters are just meat, man. Like, you're just fucking meat. You're just fucking dumb. You're just meant to be locked in a cage and fight. And you know, it's like, you're used. And again, I love the UFC. I fucking love the UFC. I am like, if you guys know me, I'm a fucking fanboy of the UFC. But, again, stop thinking you're more than what you are. You're a fucking dog fighter. Like, you know, people take fighting too serious. Because, you know, we're really not. Like, we're just idiots. I mean, how would you say we're not idiots? We get locked in a cage and punch each other in the face. Like, how do you do the mental math that what we do is anything less than that, you know?
I know you've been focused on fight camp and everything, but did you see the nominations for the World MMA Awards yesterday?
No.
You're up for Comeback of the Year for your career. Do you feel that your career has a comeback? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
If I win it, do I get paid?
You get to stand up there and make a speech.
Oh, fuck, no, I don't want to win it. I'd get the worst fucking speech. You would never want me to fucking be on that.
Now we are rooting for you. People watching this, vote for Comeback of the Year. I mean, but do you feel, I mean, you've seen your career has been so long. You've been in the sport for 13 years, fighting professionally, if my math is correct. Do you feel that you're having a resurgence of your career? And if so, what is the key to that?
I mean, I'm 30, man. Look at Uriah. He's about to be 37. He's still fucking slanging and banging. Yeah, you know, like I said, I just want to make money and move on a mountain, man. Like, I need to fight for that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love fighting, but like comeback of the year means fucking jack shit to me. What the fuck does that mean, comeback of the year? That means you sucked at one point. The fuck?
No, I'm not gonna say. So you called Uriah gatekeeper. Have you ever felt that people look at you and think of you with your long career in the sport as a gatekeeper as well? Do you think people would look at you and say, well, if I can get through Strickland, I know I'm something, or I've made it to some sort of level in this sport?
No, I don't think I'm a gatekeeper because I think I'm at the cusp to, you know, like I'm not at like, Uriah's been in the sport so long, he's fought so many guys, so we're like, he's kind of, and again, I'm not insulting, he's a tough fucking gatekeeper, you know? There's so many paths to the title, and that's kind of a gate sometimes you don't want to have to go through. Maybe go through this guy, you know? But no, I'm not a gatekeeper. And I'm 30. I still have a lot of fucking great years left in me that, a lot of great potential that, I mean, or maybe I'm a fucking gatekeeper. Who fucking knows, man? Hell, like maybe I'm a gatekeeper. Maybe I suck and Uriah's gonna knock me out and I'm gonna be the guy like, yeah, I guess I'm the gatekeeper. Who wants to fight me and make money, you know? And then slowly I'll get on a shitty record losing streak and I'll be like, UFC, give me one more fight. I just want one more paycheck. I'll fucking fight anybody. Who fucking knows?
Lastly, you know, it's the cliche question, but what are your keys to the victory? What needs to happen on fight night just to make sure that you get your arm raised?
With Uriah, he's a very dangerous man. He's a guy that if you fuck up, you go to sleep. I just gotta fight, man. It's one of those things where you're not gonna outpoint Uriah. You're not gonna have a fucking point sparring match. You just gotta go head to head and, you know, try to knock each other out.
if you did win the award, what would be your award music as you're walking up to get your award? Would you have a certain song that you would like to hear as you're walking up to accept your award?
Man, you guys know there's an old Jackass song, dude. It was like the Jackass intro. Fuck, what was it? It was
You know there's a new movie coming out,
Oh,
right?
I know. I can't fucking wait, dude. That was like back when kids were cool. Now kids suck. Like, our idea was fun back in the day. Was like, let's get in a trash can and put skateboards under it and just like push each other down the hill and see what happens. Now, like, little fucking like 13-year-olds are shaking their ass on TikTok. Like, fucking, like, we should be so thankful for Jackass that we lived in the time of Jackass. And I'm so sad that like these fucking kids these days don't have that. Like, oh my God, kids suck these days. They suck so much. It's so bad.
Kids stay in school, right?
No, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Your generation's fucking awful. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. You're just gonna grow up to be whiny, little fucking emotional, sensitive fucking cunts. Like, don't stay in school. Actually, go do No, do the opposite. Go fucking do drugs. Go fuck up. Go to jail. Get arrested. Because maybe we need a war. Maybe we just need a good war. Like, maybe like North Korea or China. That might fucking fix everybody, you know? It's a problem. We've had too many easy wars. We need like a good one. We need like a Vietnam to fucking harden everybody back up.
Big shot.
That could be your award speech.
Yeah. China, Russia, can you please drop a bomb on us? We need to fix our generation.